Hello folks, and welcome to the Night Sky Imaging YouTube channel. We're going to be doing some live imaging tonight, and I will be once again using two wide field setups. I have, let's just go ahead and share my screen and take you outside to the, where are they? Where are they? Let's log on. And we're doing that. So we've yet to start, but I have the Stellar View SV70T. It's a 330 millimeter setup, and I have narrow band astronomic filters, I think, and I probably should have, I think they're 6 nanometer hydrogen alpha S2 and O3 filters. They may be the Astrodon 3 millimeters, nanometers I mean, but at any rate it does make a difference on my exposures, but I'm fairly sure they're the 6 nanometers. On the other telescope, there's no doubt this is a one-shot color camera, and I'm using the Optolong L Pro light pollution filter, and we're going to be imaging with both cameras tonight. So, and between the two, covered with towels, are laptops that support each setup independent of one another, and then I'm connected by Wi-Fi to these two laptop setups. So, and then if you're wondering what's over here, I use this for solar imaging only, and it has a quark chromosphere and a solar scout riding tandem on a Vixen. It's on an Astrotech 65 EDQ. This is a Vixen 625 millimeter, and I've kept the reducer off so that I can have reach, which means I'm going to have longer exposures. And according to the apps I use for the weather and clear sky, it looks like we're going to have a pretty bloody bad scene tonight. So if that's the case, then guiding is going to be a little bit tough to do. But that being said, let's put this off to the side, and let's head out and look at our setups. This is the Vixen at the very top. I'm not sure if this is visible on YouTube. Sometimes the borders aren't, and but at the very top I have Astro 2 Vixen, and that's the second setup, and it has the L Pro. We're going to take 182nd exposures. I'm not sure if that's going to be okay or not. I hope to get 75 in the next 4 hours. I've already cooled the camera. No, I haven't. I've just turned it on. So we're going to start cooling the camera. I thought I had, but I have not. And let's see. You know what? This is a bummer. It's not going to cool. I'm going to have to reboot. So I'm going to abort, disconnect. I'm not going to have to reboot. I'm just going to have to restart, I think, Sequence Generator Pro, because I took, I swapped filters. I ended up taking the camera off, and let's see if this will work. Yeah, let's save the sequence, and now let's boot back up again. These aren't laptops that are loaded with get up and go, and let's see if this starts working. And yeah, this is going to work. Let's connect the focuser. Let's connect the mount And let's connect the sensor for humidity and temperature. Let's go ahead and look and see on the ultimate power box. The temperature right now is 35 degrees Fahrenheit, and humidity's at 7%. When you look at the environmental graphs, you see that the dew point, which is the blue line, and the temperature, which has been dropping, are eventually going to collide. And when they do, I'll have moisture on my kit. Let's go ahead and let that sleep. Let's come back. So, but that's all I needed to look at, make sure that was working. So I'm set up to take 75 pictures. 345 is the amount of time I will invest tonight, and if I have clear skies tomorrow night, that's great. Then about 10 o'clock, 10:15, I'm going to change targets, and I'm going to go for SH2 170, which is the little rosette, and we're going to pick that up probably around 10:30 and image that at about 5:30 in the morning. If we bring up the planning tool, well, hold on just 1 minute here. It's 6:32. Actually, the little rosette needs to be my first target because it's going to be underwater at I miscalculated at about 11 o'clock. I'll be at 27 degrees, so I'll stop imaging that then. Well, now that's a bummer. Is my time right? Yep, 6:45 p.m. So, all right, now let's look at this other target. And I just may have my wires crossed. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm going to start out with, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out right now with the Running Man, and I may not be imaging the rosette at all. I've got these, I got my times all messed up, and so that's that. But I'm going to be imaging the Running Man. I had already planned to do that with this one-shot color camera. So that's what we'll do. Click OK. We can go ahead now and let's bring up my surveillance camera. It's closed. Let's open it back up because I'm going to slew to it now. And let's watch it take off if all's working well. And okay, let's slew. Yes. And we're headed in that direction. It's going to be pretty low in the sky. We'll get this going and then we'll go work on the other telescope and get it set up. All right. Okay, now that we've got this plate solve, let's drink some coffee. And the process of plate solving is nothing more than centering my target. We're really way off. We're at 2,195 pixels off in RA and 629 in declination. So we're way off. But plate solving will slew the scope so that we have a centered target. They will center the RA and dec, and we're now 8 pixels off in RA and 3 pixels off in declination. I'm going to go ahead and start guiding, although I'm going to run a focus routine. I just want to make sure my guiding gets off and running and I don't have any quirks before I spend a good bit of time getting focused. And so there's our guide scars. Let's go ahead and put this to sleep. And we are having an issue. Let's stop. What is it about going live that causes equipment not to work? Isn't that crazy? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to close that and start it back again because something's wrong with PhD. Let's go back to we are on our target, so let's go ahead and run the autofocus routine down here and make sure we have a decent focus. There's our running man. Okay, now let's go back and see what's wrong with PhD. Let's stop. Software's just not. You sure you want to exit? Yes, I do want to exit. Now I want to start it again. I talk to myself a lot. Let's see if the equipment's not connecting. It's not responding. Okay, let's go out to Pegasus. Let me go to my USB drives. And we got ASI, webcam, and let's go to power. Camera, plug, focuser. The mount's on, it's idle right now. So that looks all good. What is a meter with PhD2? I'm just going to close the program and I'm going to go ahead and get focused, then I'm going to shut everything down and reboot. While that's going on, let's see if the other kit's working. So we're over at Astro 1. This may be the shortest live show I've ever done. And make sure I've got the right target up. I thought I had the right target up with the other one. Okay. And we do. So let's slew. And yep. Let's go out to see our telescope. And we'll plate solve that one. And it's ready to plate solve. Let's go back over while it's plate solving to the other telescope. Well, it's still focusing. The focus routine takes a series of images, and in order for this to run, you want to get your focus as good as you possibly can before you ever activate the autofocus. But then once you're dialed in, and you can use a batten off mask to do that, then you run your autofocus and it racks out your focuser by about 300 steps. So you're really defocused, and it takes a picture. Then it racks it in about 80 steps, takes another picture, and the focus starts getting better. You see the half flux radius getting better. And this is the second picture. This is the third, fourth. It finally gets it to a point where it starts heading in the other direction with the next picture. And so it's racketing the focuser in, racking it in until it defocuses about 300 steps. So this did a good job. We are focused. We have a half flux radius of 1.11, which is good. So we should have, if we have decent guiding, we should have some good stars. So my focus has been set to a position of 12,780, and but I'm gonna shut everything down. One of the nice things about a CMOS camera, unlike a CCD camera, you don't have to cool it. I mean, you have to warm it up. You can just shut it down. You don't have to fear the consequences of condensation. So let's close Sequence Generator Pro. Let's shut down Cartade cell, disconnect and let's close down. We already closed that down. Let's see, we got anything else running? No. So let's go to my driver for EQ mode. Let's disconnect the mount. And then let's take the power off the camera, the focuser, the mount. I'll leave the dew heaters alone. They've already started working though. And let's just turn this off. And we're going to reboot and let that start back up again. While that reboots, hopefully that'll solve my PhD problems. Here is my plate solve. I'm 2 pixels off in RA. I'm 5 pixels off in declination. That's good. I don't get any better than that. There's our target. Of course, you can't see anything. It's a diffuse nebula. It's moderately bright, and we'll see what we're going to get. Now, fingers crossed. Let's see if PhD is working. We're connected, and we're going to start guiding. I've built so many dark libraries, I don't need another one. So we've started guiding, so at least we got guiding. Oh, that doesn't look good. Let's go back to our, have we cooled to -20? Yes, we have. We're where we're supposed to be. And I don't want to sleep yet. I want to keep it running. But go away, camera. Okay, let's see. All right, let's go ahead and run our sequence. We've got HA 30. Let's go ahead and run it. So it's going to plate solve again. Because I have it set up to plate solve right before it starts imaging, just in case while I'm fiddling around with PhD2 and autofocusing that I get some drift. So down here, right here, saying it's slewing to the target. So we're going to run another plate solve, and then it's going to start imaging. While that's doing its thing, let's go back over to the other camera and our other setup, and let's log on. And well, that comes up. Let's start our power box. Turn it on. Our camera, focuser, our mount. I'll just go ahead and turn on everything. Flat panel. Let's bring up my my EQ ASCOM driver. I always start my EQ ASCOM by using the driver, and I shut it down with the driver. I can start it with any one of these programs, but I like starting it with the driver. Just a tad bit anal about that. Alright, let's connect the I connect the planetary software just in case I want to move somewhere, maybe do a calibration. It's handy, it's already up and running. And so we're connected there. Here's the big test. Let's connect our equipment. Let's start looping. So far so good. Let's bury this. So far so good. All it needed was a reboot. And let's start guiding. Okay, now if I go back to and open up Sequence Generator Pro, we can, I need another guide star. This thing's gone nutso. Okay, let's go back. So let's connect our camera and let's get that cooling right off the bat. All right, let's get going. Moonlight focuser, EQ mode, connecting them out. We get our Pegasus, and I'm going to go ahead and click run sequence. Why sure we have a telescope. The telescope's not parked, is it? No. Let me go outside and make sure it didn't park. No. But I have the decoders turned off. I'm going to go ahead and park the telescope. And let's head over here and see what's going on with PhD 2. Oh, it's not here. It's over here. I'm parking the telescope with PhD on. It's telling me I'm nuts. Alright. There's no slags. I just parked the telescope and I didn't shut you off. Alright. Let's unpark it. And I'm having all kinds of problems with the Vixen 2, and it didn't park, or it says why isn't my mount parked? Alright, let's do this. You might see a telescope crash here in 2 seconds. Let's bring our surveillance camera out. And let's go to our software. And let's see if we can run a sequence. I don't even start it. I'm going to go ahead and run the plates off. I want to see what happens when I slew to the target and see if this starts moving. Yeah. We're going to have to return it. Okay, I just bought me a trip outside to manually park this scope. When I disconnected everything and left it out here, it didn't remember where it was because I probably have the decoders turned off in EQ mode. Let's see if I do. I got the encoders disabled, so it didn't remember where it was, so consequently when I started back up it thought it was parked. So, oh, that's called an error. Bad error. So I don't want to go outside and, well, I guess I'm gonna have to. Let me just go ahead and leave it parked. Going to before I do fill with this anymore, I'm going to go back over to this one, and we've already taken one image, and let's see if we're getting any significant data at these at 300 seconds. It's awfully faint. I'm going to be interested in seeing what really turns up here, and I'm going to go for it. Alright, so far this has been an auspicious start. Let's go back to this telescope. It's parked and I want to turn it off, so I'm going to disconnect the telescope there. I'm going to disconnect the telescope here to reset the driver to park. I'm going to see, we got this. I need to disconnect the telescope from there. And that's off. And so what I want to do now is unpark it. And I want to go to my driver and I want to disconnect it. So I have disconnected EQ ASCOM, and I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm headed outside. It will take me a minute. And I'm going to relog onto this so it won't time out while I'm gone. And you'll see what I'm getting ready to do. I'll be out there in a second and I'll be back. You can hear me, and it does has a speaker. I think I just stepped in dog doo-doo, so this may be a long trip. I'm going to turn the mount off. And our gear again. Now let's connect our mount. Okay, let's disconnect it. Probably gonna have to reboot this again. You know, it's good to see a screw up. I'm searching for the right port, see if it can find it. And if it can't, I'll just have to reboot. Yep, couldn't find one. Oh, this is fun. Actually, it is. I enjoy problem solving. Let's go ahead and just close everything out. And we do have one system working. Let's close that out. It's all disconnected. And then let's just go ahead and we don't need to cool anymore. Close this. We may never take a picture with the Vixen. Alright, and save. Okay, let's close this. And now let's just connect the power. And I already know what was wrong. We really didn't need to reboot. I forgot to turn, I think, everything on. Let's see if we can get by without. Speaking of I stepped in it. Let's don't sleep yet. Let's turn on the focuser, the mount, the flat, and now let's see if we can turn on our telescope. Fingers crossed. Well, maybe not. Let's get the driver, and yeah, that's what it was. We'll find. I think it's port 11. I believe we'll be fine when we get to 11. Yep, found it. Okay. All right, so let's disconnect and let's connect, and we should be good. There we are. Okay, let's go to Carte. I don't know how to pronounce that. I've been with folks that do. I sit and watch them say it. I could never learn the language, the French language. I can't repeat it back. They go slow, and I try my best to say it. So it's Cartez du Ciel, the way I see it. Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's the way a good redneck would say it. All right, and let's go to our PhD 2. Fingers crossed we don't have any more nonsense coming from this. And we're going to connect. That's a good sign. Let's go to our sequencing software. Well, you're going to see how I start stuff up 2 and 3 different times. And let's start the camera. And let's go over here and turn it on and start cooling. Let's try the focuser. Says the focuser ain't gonna work. Okay, we got the right focuser. Let's see what's going on. I bet it picked the wrong port. We're on 7, that's right. This is the Moonlight. Am I gonna have to rename this? Okay. That should do it. Let's get it now. Hit the wrong thing. There we go. So I think we've got a few of the bugs out. Now, everything's connected. Let's go to our target. So we're going to slew to our target. Let's bring up our, not that one, let's bring up our mount surveillance equipment. And now our stellar view is already imaging. I'm not that thrilled with what I see coming in, but I'm taking 5-minute exposures. I don't want to take any longer than that. If after my target rises in the sky and the lights start going out, if I don't start seeing a little more information coming in, I may just change targets midstream. Um, I don't want to waste the night taking something that's going to require 20 hours or 30 hours to get enough data at 5-minute subs. It kind of looks like I may need a lot of time. At any rate, so we need to plate solve the running man. While we're doing that, our camera's cooled to -4 degrees Celsius, on its way to -20. And so we're plate solving. Let's head over to, look, 59,000. Where did this thing go? I have never been off that much, ever. 59,000 pixels. I wonder if I set that thing right. I wonder if I really had it in the park position. Didn't have my glasses on when I went out there, so anything's possible. Let's see if it's going to get closer. Nah. All right, let's park it. I probably bought myself another trip back in, so we're going to park the scope. And let's see where it parks. If it goes somewhere strange, I'm just going to shut it down and figure out what's going on with it tomorrow. No, we're going back. Oh, crap. Crap. I forgot to put the clutches down on the RA. Crap. Now I gotta go put on the shoes, my outdoor shoes. It's got doo-doo on them. I'll be back. I'm gonna turn this off and back on again so you can see what I'm getting ready to do. And I'm gonna go back outside. See you in a minute. Your clock just shut now. There. Everything's locked down. We're back inside. Oh, it's cold out. All right, let me see. Let me think. Let me unpark it. Uh, I need to actually. I don't think I have to go through the hoe. Where'd that come from? I hate Windows. What? How does this? I don't want them out. Okay. All right, we're in the park position, and let's make sure that. All right, let's go get our running man, and we got to connect the mount, or we're not going to do anything. So our mount's connected. Uh, let's go over to. Let's shut the mount down on everything, and I think that would be probably prudent since I turned it off at the. Let's just go ahead and just leave everything else up and running, but let's turn the mount off. Oh, we got Cartier. Okay, where's that? Telescope disconnected. Good. Alright, now we're going back here. Disconnect. And what else is on? Is PhD connected? Nope. Wait, so let's go to our and let's do we are disconnected there. Let's be sure to close it out. Let's go back here. Let's try connecting. Really? This is a crazy mess I've created for myself. Let me run back to the other kit, make sure it's hadn't gone nuts on me too. Alright, guiding's moving along. We've taken 4 images, 5 minutes long, so we're up and running. Alright, let's head back to this other mess. I'm just going to shut everything down and reboot. Alright, we go through the disconnect. Let's close out the driver. Let's close out PhD. When in doubt, just reboot the whole mess. We're going to abort and shut down. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I didn't turn the mount off there. Okay, well, I thought I had. Let's just go ahead and reboot. I think that'll clean things up. And we'll start this again from the beginning. Alright, camera off, focuser, mount, flats. And we will power, and the only thing that could go wrong would be worse is that I can't reboot without a Windows update. And so it's reconnecting. It's going to take it a few minutes. And while it's doing that, let's visit our other data. Let's take another closer look at it. I'm going to shut this window here and see if a high stretch. I don't think YouTube's going to show the modest amount of signal that I'm getting, uh, but I am getting some signal, and it's with a massive stretch. Um, I like where my mean is at 794. I'm at a gain of 139, so but my ADU mean is at 794. I'm happy there. Uh, Guiding's going okay. My stars look fine. The data just looks faint, which means that I either change my exposures from 5 minutes to say 10 minutes and take fewer of those over a 2 night period, or keep it at 5 minutes, take more exposures over a 2 night period. But it's a challenge, so let's stay with it. A challenge is a challenge. Let's go back over to the other kit and see if it's rebooted yet. There we go. Just did. Alright. Bring up the ultimate power box. Just turn the equipment on once again. I can do this in my sleep. Alright, now let's see if we can connect the mount. Mount's connected. We'll open up Cortez do Cell. You can't use phonics to learn the French language. No way, Jose. Let's see. Let's go over here. Yeah, there's my mount on the Celestial North Pole. If we have problems with PhD, again, I'm just going to go throw the cover on this. No, I'm not. I'll figure it out. I got all night. Alright, PhD seemed to connect everything okay. Let's, I can tell I blocked my, we don't want to go to sleep. Alright, we do want to keep this on. Let's reboot or recycle that so it won't go to sleep on us. Alright, here goes the camera, turning it on for the 50th time tonight and cooling it. Moonlight focuser, our mount, Pegasus. Now we're going to go to the Running Man, and we're hopefully going to slew there, and we're going to be closer than 59,000 pixels. That's wild. Let's bring up our surveillance camera and see if it's moving. There. We had that's Astro Dog. That looks closer. We should be a little closer than 59,000 pixels. I may need to turn the encoders on. We're way off again. Huh. This is a mount error. Look, 121,000. And I know the clutches are secure. That's crazy. and it's not moving. Uh, let's let it run a couple times. Something's going on with the mount that it won't respond to. Yeah. Anytime this comes up, it's having a problem solving. And we're still off the same amount. Um, well, folks, I am not sure what's going on. I have curious to see if it parks now. So let's bring up our surveillance camera and let's park the scope and see where it goes. And I'm betting it won't go back to the park position. So that's insanity. All right, I have some encoder issues. I've got some problems with my telescope has no idea where it is, and so I'm having some sync issues. I'm going to have to work on that, which means that I'm going to be outside for a good while, and I won't be able to communicate. But I am going to get this fixed. Not sure I'll go live again after I get this fixed, but I will figure it out. So this time I'm going out with a jacket and a pair of shoes that don't have doo-doo on them. Can't believe I did that too. So one last time we'll venture over to our guiding's looking good. Looking at a miniature PhD graph over here. We've got 6 frames. So we've got one system working. We're at 165 seconds and counting. And so I'm going to go unlive, and I'll catch you guys later. And hopefully one of these days I'll have both of them working without issues. But tonight I think I'm going to have to go outside and figure out what's going on. So, gosh, I don't want to go out in this cold. I will catch you guys later. And clear skies.